I started collecting fragrances in 2022, and these are things I wish I knew beforehand. Don't blind buy is arguably one of the biggest tips all fragrance creators give. Don't blind buy. It's expensive and you might end up hating the fragrance. The next one I wish people would talk about more, but do check the return policies of wherever you're buying from. Places like Ulta and Sephora, you can return a fragrance, but other places like Lucky Scent, Scent Split, you may not be able to return a fragrance if you don't like it. This tip would be to tell you that your nose definitely does develop as you continue to be in fragrance. You're going to find notes that you didn't think you'd originally like but end up loving, so don't write any fragrance off before trying it. Definitely really important to know the differences between an EDT, EDP, Perfume, extracts, because those are things that differentiate how much oil is actually in your fragrance. So if you have an EDT and you're finding that it doesn't last long, it's because there's not as much oil concentrate as an extrait or an eau de parfum. So knowing the difference is especially important if you're buying, because you need to know what you're going to get when you're buying it. If you're buying an EDT, you need to expect that it's not going to last as long as paying for an extrait or a Perfume or an EDP. My next piece of advice would be that the same fragrance has a different smell depending on what you're spraying it on. The same fragrance definitely won't smell the same on the tester paper versus in the bottle versus on your skin versus on somebody else. So definitely always try it out for yourself before saying you like it, because there are some fragrances you might like on a friend but hate on yourself, and vice versa. This point is arguably one of the most important points I can make about fragrance. Price does not matter. And when I say price doesn't matter, I mean that in the sense that just because a fragrance is ridiculously expensive does not automatically qualify it as a good perfume. Have you ever heard of Tom Ford? In the same token, something that's inexpensive or not as much as a high-end fragrance doesn't mean that it's a bad perfume at all. For example, this is Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. It is an Arabic fragrance that I got off of Amazon for like 40 bucks. Do you see that dent? And I have it back up in my closet. Just because something is inexpensive does not mean it's low quality. It means it's affordable. Lastly, definitely try to avoid paying full price for fragrances, because if you can get a discount, get the discount. A lot of retailers have either affiliate codes or that like sign up for text and email and you can get a certain % off. So if you can get that or wait for sales, do it. So for anybody who has an affiliate code, definitely leave it in the comments so we can all save some money. So for anybody who wants to start a fragrance collection, do keep these tips in mind. And if anybody has any extra tips that they want to give, definitely leave it in the comments.